What are we?
Hi,
What is it?
hi.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Well, just in case you haven't already seen some of the other videos I've done with your cousins, I am taking a few moments of our lives to touch base with you all because I have a little YouTube channel and it's just for family and close friends, and it's really about being called to elevate. And I call it called to elevate the lifting. So, because sometimes in the lives of people that I know, there's so many things going on, so many great things that are going on. They can be inspirational to other people. And so I want to lift you up through this short video and asking you a few questions about, what's going on with you. And hopefully someone will see it and also be lifted up as a result. Is that okay?
Yes.
I know it's like, oh, I didn't know. Well, I'm glad you didn't know because there's nothing to really prepare. It's informal. It's just you and me talking. But I just want to ask you a few questions, and I won't take up much of your time because there's so much going on in your world right now. So let me ask you this: you know, there are individuals who are thinking about the rest of their lives, and they're at a crossroads. We're in this pandemic, and there's so many changes that people, especially young adults like yourself, are really challenged with things that people who are closer to the retirement age, we aren't thinking so much about. So how is that affecting you and how you navigate day to day with all of these changes in this world? How you holding up out here?
I adapt fairly quickly um, with what's given to me. I had to learn to adapt. I used to fear sudden change. I mean, sometimes I still do if it's last minute personally for me. But when it comes to like this pandemic, I would say I definitely took my health seriously. Like I stayed in. I took precautions when I went to work. We closed our lobby down. I wore a mask all day. Um, I didn't really go anywhere.
Do you find that the individuals your age, because you're a young lady in your 20s, are you finding that it's difficult? Are you seeing the difficulty in individuals in your age group with the masking, with adhering to the policies that are in place right now? Do you notice anything in particular, any
You
patterns?
know, I I was like everybody that I'm seeing my age is taking it serious. I see everybody wearing masks. It's usually people within your age limit that don't really care.
Really?
And I think it's very because I work at a hotel, this.
Hmm.
So I see a lot of people come in without masks. Some a little younger, but still older than me. I
Hmm.
would say from like late 30s to well within their 60s. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
without masks.
If I could ask you right now, if there were individuals who are in, my age group, or definitely people who are in the older group, based on what your observations have been, what message would you send to them right now? If they were listening, if they truly were listening, what would you like to tell them?
Um, you're not just protecting yourself; it's the well-being of others. So even with some masks, I'm hearing because we have to upgrade to the 95s.
Hmm.
Um, there people are still at risk. Catching this virus, all because they not only don't want to social distance, but they don't want to wear the right protective covering for the pandemic.
So mask up, right? Look out for other people.
Look out for other people more than yourself if you don't care yourself.
Okay. All right. Well, I would agree with you with that. So I am pretty health conscious when it comes to this pandemic, because I certainly don't want to infect you all, or I don't want to get sick either. So thank you for that that shout out, and looking out for other people. So Naima, now I know that you have some changes that are going on in your life, and I just want you to share just a little bit about what's going on, what's happening in Naima's world that's terribly exciting. And do me a huge favor, babe. Can you shift just a little bit, because I don't know if the cloud coverage is coming in. It's just getting a little darker in looks like the family room or the living room. So let me give you a second to shift gears here. I'll pause. Oh no, I don't have to. Hey. Youth, you can move so fast. Right. Okay. I'll let you get settled. All right. Okay, well, we got the lighting situated. Great, thank you so much. Okay, so as I was saying,
I'm ready.
There's something really exciting going on in your world, and share. Uh-oh, frozen. All right, as you were saying.
So basically, I'm moving from Michigan to Florida.
Because
I want to.
There's more to it.
So pretty much we have this mindset of having to do something, like having a successful career, or leaving to do schooling in order to get out of your hometown pretty much, or wherever you've been for all your life. I just want to do what I'm doing up here somewhere different, somewhere I've always wanted to be.
So that's sort of stepping out on faith, would you say?
Define stepping out on faith.
Well, do you absolutely know what's going to happen? Of course, you're hoping for the best and expecting the best, correct?
Yes, I'm confident in my skill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at whatever I do. I know I'm financially disciplined to live on my own. I've done it before. The only difference will be I'll just be 17 hours away.
Okay. Well, the translation on my end, of course, is as I see it, of course, is that there is an element of, even with that preparation and opportunity, they come together. But we know that, their confidence, that where does it stem from? Where does that even just that preparedness that you have, that you're feeling right now, right? And even just the steps that you have taken in order to make this move, right? Because faith without works is dead. So what is it that that you're most looking forward to in this change in your life? Maybe you can't get it into just a few words. Maybe it's more than one thing.
Yeah, I would say there's just a couple of aspects. So I like to be active now compared to when I was younger and I was just doing like the bare minimum. I like to bike ride now, and I can't really bike ride every day like I used to. And it kind of like dampers my mood, because it's very, I feel like it's my new hobby, and I never really had a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have ADD, and usually it's hard to find something and like it and not just be hyper fixated on it. And ever since I've discovered I actually like it, I've stuck with it, and it's it's done good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to keep doing it, and there's more for me to moving that. And I'm stepping up in the type of hotel business that I'm in, because I used to just do motels, and now I'm at like an actual hotel, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't motels on my resume, and just not ever seeing snow again really helps. 'Cause
No more snow boots.
more snow boots. Mind you, there are hurricanes, but for the time being, I don't own a property down here, so I can always just come up here and seek refuge during those hurricane seasons. Luckily,
Also, you have do you have the flexibility to work, in different, like work here in Michigan if you need
no,
to during those times? Oh, I see. Okay.
no. But if it does become, dangerous enough beforehand, if I am aware about like the storm and whatnot, I'm coming up here. I don't know.
Okay, makes sense to me.
Yeah, I don't do disasters alone. There's a lot I will do alone, but I won't go through a hurricane by myself.
Okay. Well, I think I think that you have been really, really transforming over the years, Naima. So, I'm super proud of the changes that you made. And then there's some individuals who have elected, to go to college to seek, what is it that a college degree will give them. And there are other people who have decided or elected not to go to college, and they've still been able to be successful. And that's one of the reasons why I definitely wanted to have you share your story, because you are a hard worker, and things that are really, doors are opening for you. So if there's someone who's who's listening to the video, right, and they're wondering, is college for me? Because it's not for everybody. How could you encourage them to let them know that positive things can still happen?
Find what you like first. If you are fortunate with knowing what you want to do in college when you graduate, props to you. But for people that, like me, for instance, I thought I wanted to do something in school, and then the extra steps afterwards weren't really screaming like finish and continue on after that, because I couldn't really think of it was just a mental block for me. So I would just say find what you like. If you can somehow work in a field, like an entry field level to what you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
that. And then if you really like it, find out what you can go to school for within
Okay.
that.
I think
And
those.
then,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, you're okay. Then it won't be as bad going to school
Mm-hmm.
at that point, because it's never too late for you to go to school. I seen people well in their 80s attending class.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an issue. You just can't listen to people because of the time frame they were given, what you're given. Because we're told you got to do this at a certain age, this at a certain age, so this can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not at all what has to happen.
Okay. Well, it didn't happen in your case. I mean, and this is why it's so important that for me as your aunt, is that I am letting you all share your, what it is that has happened to you and your life experiences, because there are other people who are where you are or were, where you are, and they can relate to this really easily. And then there's someone who's at a crossroads right now who's trying to make a decision. And so they need to see a sign of hope, right? And so your sharing I believe, is going to help someone else who perhaps was where you are when you were at your crossroads or trying to decide what you wanted to do. You see how it all connects?
Yes.
So look, if I ask you to give me words of wisdom, that you would like to leave with the family, something that, of course, we're going to see you, but just something that we can just hold on to, because we won't be able to see you face to face for a little while. What is it? What do you want to tell us before you, hit the plane and get to the bike ride and all that heat? while we over here struggling in all this ice?
Um,
Be kind. We're cold here.
Try not to think about me too much. You just hurt your own feelings, I understand, I will be in the elite of never having to see a flake of snow. Honestly, you can
That's
just call.
awful. That's
You can
that's
call.
awesome. That's what?
You can just call. I'll more than likely be available. If not, I will always send a text, saying, hey, I'll call you back. But, don't
Don't miss you too much, huh?
miss me too much because everybody else went off on their own adventure at some point. I feel like it's my turn, but I'm going about a different way. But I'll be okay. Just know that.
You will. You will. I am so. The volume went down. What were you saying? That last point.
I was saying, what did I say? I don't even know. We can continue. It's okay.
Well, it's okay. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to
No.
repeat what you said.
Yeah.
But again, I'm super proud of you. Well, we all are. And so also it gives us an opportunity, now we have an excuse to travel a little bit further south. We have someone to come see as well in the immediate family. But I am so happy that you were able to carve out a few minutes of your busy life to come out and to do the Zoom with me. So we will be praying for everything to just be, wonderful, of course. And you definitely will be, we will definitely be keeping in touch with you. So looking forward to all of the new adventures that you're going to be on. It's a wonderful thing. It's a new chapter in your life, Naima. Super proud of you.
I do appreciate that, Auntie.
All right. I love you dearly. And I'm going to let you go.
Okay. I have another meeting to go to now.
Of course you do. You're always busy.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, honey.
Bye, Auntie.